welcome back to my channel. I'm Anna, the owner of Dalola Textile Studio, a fabric design company. Today I want to talk about my favorite sewing projects ever and some of my favorite patterns. I'm going to start with this pillow. This ruffle pillow was a self-drafted design. I designed this fabric panel and I knew I wanted to make a ruffle pillow with it. I've been seeing so many on Pinterest. I think it turned out super cute. It definitely goes with my home decor really well, which I'm really happy with. The next piece I want to talk about today is actually the vest that I'm wearing. This is made from fabric that I designed, and the vest pattern is the Ruby Vest by Sydney Graham. So I've made a few Ruby vests before, and once I started getting into fabric design, I thought, what if I design the fabric for a vest that I've already sewn? On the back is lyrics from a Noah Kahan song, Lighthouse, on his newest album. So I'm going to see his concert in Munich this fall. So I was really excited to wear something that I created to the concert. Oh, and I forgot to mention the photo on the back is taken from Lighthouse Park in Vancouver, Canada, when I used to live there. So yeah, it's just a really special project and I really love how it turned out. Next, I want to share this whole cloth quilted wall hanging that I made. This is another one where I designed the fabric panel. This is also available on my website and on my Etsy. I just love this. I think it's so homey. I love the colors. I'm such a fan of pink and brown. Yeah, this one was really fun to make. Next we have this quilted jacket. I love this fabric so much, but this project was a bit of a mess. It's still one of my favorite things I've made, but the batting that I use was just too thick and it's fairly stiff. I think it looks okay on, but if I were to make it again, I would definitely use a thinner batting. And this pattern was the Ruby Vest pattern hacked into a jacket, also by Sydney Graham. So I think if I were to make another quilted jacket, I would probably just use a pattern that's fully made to be a jacket from the beginning. I really liked her video and it's really cool that you can hack this into a jacket, but I think for me, I just would probably get a better result with a quilted jacket pattern. Next up are two project bags, so when I go somewhere and I want to bring my knitting or my crochet along, these are great to have. The pattern was really cool. You can make a bunch of different quilt blocks and quilted stars and like all kinds of options with these. There's tons of like pockets and zippers and like all kinds of cool stuff that you can do on the inside, so I love that for knitting and crochet projects. Next is the most recent tote bag I've made. I initially was going to put this on, I first made the quilt block here, so I just appliqued on the little house, made the quilt block, and then had this piece just by itself, and I thought I would put it on like the top of overalls or something that I was going to sew, but in the end it was just like a little bit too wide to look good on the front of clothing, and I thought about putting it on the back of a vest, but I just thought it was so cute and I want to be able to see it, so if it's on the back of a vest I obviously can't see it, so I just added it as a pocket on this tote bag. I actually did sew like a full jumper in this beige fabric and then like try and add it as a pocket on the front. Sewed a whole project and it just did not work at all, so it ended up being a tote bag and I think it turned out really cute. The last thing I want to share is my quilt that I made. I made this with my mom. She's like an amazing, crazy quilter, and I actually wrote this quilting pattern. I designed all of these fabric panels, so the boot and the center of all these stars, and I designed the backing fabric as well. So you can actually purchase this as a quilt kit on my Etsy or on my web shop. So that includes the fabric panel pieces, the backing for the full back of the quilt, and the PDF that you need to make the quilt. Next up, we've got a couple pouches. Here is one little canvas pouch. I just love it, and I stitched this little house and these flowers on the front. I love anything with like a little house or quilt block motif right now. And then on the back is this patch, it's just a scrap from one of my fabric design panels. And these other two pouches are just quilted little makeup pouches. The last thing I want to share is this laundry basket that I made a quilted cover for. So the basket was just this plain one that I got from IKEA. It's huge, but I use it to store my blankets and things in now. And on the front, I watercolor painted these two cows, and I made that into a fabric patch, and then I just appliqued it on there on the front. So that is everything, you guys. Thank you so much for sitting down with me to talk about my sewing projects today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, check out my channel for more sewing, knitting, and crochet content. Bye!